Simon Davis with It's a Fencer's Life, Lessons from the Trenches.
G'day. Simon here from The Profitable Fencer. And this is a Fencer's Life, Lessons from the Trenches. And today, firstly, I have to apologise. I've been missing in action for the last month, and want to explain why that is, firstly, and what happens, what has happened as a result of that. So, one of the big things this week, as I alluded to in the prelude, was that sometimes it gets really hard to get motivated and get things sort of happening. And when you take a few hits, things start creeping in, and it's really hard to get back on the horse, so to speak. So that's what this episode's about. As I just said, it's getting back on the horse for me. Over the last couple of weeks, a few things have happened to me that have sort of knocked me around a little bit, and one of them was a family funeral that I had to go to in the back end of March, so it hit me pretty hard. On top of that, I got hay fever really, really bad, and just couldn't breathe and everything else. And then I got the flu on top of that, which made me just down me. So no excuses. I just felt really, really off. And to top it off on that, it was, I was trying to get all my motivation, all my energy and effort was going just getting up and going to work every day to try to do that. So, plus I got a stomach bug in the middle of all that too. So I'm not doing too bad for a bloke who never gets sick. I had 3 sort of bouts in quick succession that just sort of took a lot of energy and momentum off me. So, one of the other things that I've found, if you haven't seen me in the other fencing groups, you will find that is because I have been kicked out of the fencing groups for spruiking about the fencing industry awards and poaching, I suppose, or trying to get you guys to come over to my group. I didn't want to flood the other group with my stuff, so I sort of put a thing up there saying, look, come over and see what you want to over here. Join my group. You'll see that I've got a few ads out there running at the moment for a freebie that I'm giving away for you guys. But yeah, that really sort of knocked me for a 6 as well. Not so much the ego, but it was just like, what am I doing? What am I doing this for? Is this hurt my feelings? Obviously, I've been trying to grow the fencing industry and my presence in the fencing industry in Australia, and for some reason a lot of people don't like that and want to sort of try and pin you down and keep you down. So that's why you don't see much of me in the other group now. I've been kicked out of that and have no explanation or anything why. I've just been blocked. So that really sort of threw me for a 6 a little bit too. So again, after everything that's happened to me and my family over the years in the business, you build a sort of hard muscle up as you're sort of going, and you become pretty tenacious and tough exterior, but some of the little things get to you. And some of the things that have happened since my business fell apart and everything originally, on the stress side, I thought I handled the stress pretty well, but there's little telltale signs now that are coming up, and that I notice. And one of them is my OCD has just gone through the roof. I struggle with that a little bit now. I like to be clean and tidy, and particular in things that I'm doing, and I need for that to sort of happen that way to keep, I suppose that's the only control I've got left in my business. So just give us 2 secs for a minute, and I'll come back to that point in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I just had somebody racing to the door, so I just had to sort that out. So as I said, one of the things, my OCD's gone through the roof a little bit. I like everything to be in order, and I think that's because I lost so much control of everything in when the business sort of imploded and exploded, I couldn't do anything about it. So the little things I try and control now that's where my OCD kicked in. One of the other things is the black dog. I find creeps up every now and then, and I find it a bit hard to shake at times, especially when I'm feeling a bit off. As I said, I'm normally a go-getter. I normally don't feel too bad, but the last month has sort of knocked me around a little bit. So that's another thing. Joe Everest, a YouTube fencer from America, has a saying that all tides, high tides raise all ships, or something like that. It's something very, very similar, but meaning, all the tides all the high tides raise all the ships, meaning that what we're trying to do with the fencing industry and what I'm trying to do with my podcast and everything else and is help other fencers and try and elevate other fencers into a higher standard. And that, you've got to have a bit of thick skin. I understand that because we get bashed around a fair bit. But with that generally happens outside of the industry. We'll get bashed around by the builders and by the architects and by the engineers. You wouldn't think that it would happen from other fencers, and that to me just doesn't make sense because we're trying to help each other help each other grow businesses, help each other become better fencers so you guys can earn more money and be quite comfortable in doing it. So again, it's been a sort of kick in the guts for me, and I took it probably personally when I should have realised that this is not personal. This is above me. What I'm doing here. I feel I add value. I feel like I'm doing something good for the industry. Obviously, I love fencing. I love building fences. I'm good at building fences. Most types that I do, we get good acclaims for. The one. We all have our issues. We all have our sort of bad sticking points, I suppose. Every now and then we'll have a bad customer or a bad job that you just don't want to deal with. But for the best part, over the last 30 years, we've been pretty lucky. We worked really hard on our branding, really hard on our name to get it up there, and that has been one of the big things that has saved me when everything went pear-shaped 5-6 years ago. That has brought me back into good standing, and now out of that I've been mentioned or nominated for a few awards, and I've made the finalists for seven awards. So I'm really stoked about that, and it just goes to show that something that I am doing is right. So that's what I'm trying to pass on to you guys. That's what this episode is about. Is just about me getting back up there, putting my face back on the mug, because it's been 3.5 weeks, I think, since I've done that. So getting out there, talking to you guys again, and making things happen. On the next note, just give us 2 seconds and we'll just bump to an ad. So one of the things that we've started doing with one of my mentors after I talked to him, we're running some Facebook ads at this moment for to grow the group, grow the fence post group. That's all we're trying to do at the moment, is grow this group. A lot of the ads are going through to America and through to Australia, because we're getting a fair bit of interest in America as well, because the business models don't really change too much from country to country. The monetary value does, but and I suppose the imperial versus metric does, but everything else doesn't. The way you handle customers, the way you deal with clients, the way you deal with staff, the way you become a team leader, the way you do your profit and losses, they don't really change too much. And the way your break evens and your cost margins and things, they don't change. They're just standard things. So, and then it's basically only how you build them, the type of fence that you're building will change, whether you're doing vinyl or chain wire or chain mesh, paling, whatever. That doesn't really change too much either. It's just the style and that dramatically changes here in Australia from doing fences in New South Wales for Housing Commission to building Hampton style fences down in Victoria with plinths, with a plinth, and doing things like that. So it doesn't really change too much. It's just a style of fence, and then but the business side really, or the core part of your business really should stay the same. So that's where that is. The ads are giving away a cost analysis sheet. It is based on the Colorbond cost analysis, and you can plug and play. I do have a lot more sheets for timber fences, for rural fences, for chain wire fences, security fences, pool fences. So you can change, plug and play with your materials, and basically what it's designed to is you work out what your exact cost is, you plug it into that machine, you put down how many meters or feet that you're doing for your jobs, and then it'll work out exactly how much it costs you. Then there's a percentage mark there that will tell you what your margins are, where you want to put your markups, to give you your margin. So it's a very, very foolproof way of quoting your jobs without making mistakes. The only thing that changes there on that is the person actually who's going out to do their quotes. So there is a tutorial in the fence post that you can get. If you want to grab that, you can have a look at that. Any questions, please feel free to reach out. So that's it for me today. Just a nice short, quick podcast. I am going to try and really work hard on getting some guests in this year, hopefully before June. But we're coming up to financial year with a couple of months, and we are just smashed here with so much work. I'm finding it hard to get time off to do my podcast and things as well. So I'm really short in time with running the group, talking to other fencers, doing my own stuff, fencing, and trying to do these as well. So please bear with me. It can only get better from this way on the way up, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers.
Thanks again for listening to the Fencer's Life podcast. Be sure to follow on Twitter, Instagram, or the free Facebook group, The Fence Posts. And of course, Simon's personal Facebook, facebook.com/Simon M. Davis 1. And also check out Spotify to get weekly episodes. If you believe Simon can help you make a difference in your fencing business, please reach out to him on Messenger or visit his coaching mentoring site at theprofitablefencer.com. Until then, stay safe and happy fencing.